Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Brian from Coaster Patchwork Guy. And the other day, we got a little tour at Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson, New Jersey, of the Project 2027, the purple roller coaster. Uh, Looking at some of the interesting track pieces, primarily the station here, trying to make some sense of this. I'm a mechanic by trade, so mechanical aspects I kind of can get an understanding and try and make some sense of what's happening here. Right now, we're looking at a photo of the launch track leading out of the station area, which, if you see down there at the left, I'm going to use my arrow here. We got two sides, so it looks like a dual station. We're going to call this side, the left side, A. I'm going to call that side B. In the center, it looks like you got a platform, and it looks like both of them are connected in one solid beam. It's not like Mr. Freeze at Over Texas or St. Louis, where they're two separate sides. Both will move together. So we're going to get a little bit closer and take some more looks at this. Here's the main. You can see there's two sides that roll. I'm going to pause it here. So this photo, you can see a little bit closer, more of just the upper part of it here. Now we're looking at this center piece in between the two tracks. Obviously in this photo you can see it's yellow ratchet strapped down, and it's got wheels and a track. So this piece will move in between the tracks. Now that's obviously needed for unloading and loading. So the assumption here is that when, let's say, side A is unloading and loading, like this would be the position it would be in, this is going to be up against that, and these will be hugging the cars. So it'll assist in unloading and loading. This probably only be used for the actual workers, the attendants, ride attendants. And that way, when this is over here, there is an absolute no clearance issue, and this train can leave without worrying about hitting anything on this side. And here's more. You can see the stators. Here's contacts to communicate to the trains, and they got the blower motors to cool down the stators. On the front here, these wheels are going to line up here, and then you have your locking pins so they can lock that track in and dispatch and advance trains back in. You can see there's a little gear. We're going to get some closer photos of some of this. Here's a little bit closer one. See the wheels. Now this is the main switch track. This is the beam that connects both tracks, and then you have the smaller one at which the center platform moves along. Here's a guide wheel for it to keep it kind of in place. You can see you got the blower motors, stators, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets. It's a good indicator that this is probably going to have 5 cars on it per train. Here's again a straight on look at this. You got the wheels that are going to roll up next to it when it gets moved over, your locking pins, and then stators, and your contact points to talk to the trains. Pretty cool stuff here. And we got the back leg of the transfer. This is the main beam. Both A and B track pieces, station sides are on there. Got the wheels. You got guide wheels. For part of it, you can see this part is a toothed area that a gear probably will sit on it to, assuming a motor, that's going to rotate that gear and make it move back and forth. And again, even up on the upper platform, you can see here is a tooth bar. Here looks like a bracket that a motor will sit in and be able to go back and forth between side A and B, depending on unload and load. Here's another up-close photo of where a motor will line up with this and go back and forth between launch, unload, because this is for the main track pieces. Here's the front side. Again, this is your main beam. And here's the beam that has, we're calling track B, track A. You got your wheels again. Here's another, the bearing that will have the whole gear piece that it'll be able to pull and push, switching this back and forth between side A, side B to be able to launch to the main course and unload and load in their designated areas. And then here again, up here is for the front, the bracket that's probably going to hold a motor. Again, this is all speculation. This is just kind of looking, knowing that this is looks like it was a bracket to hold a motor, and you can't see it. This is blocked there, but the gear piece there for the upper platform, which sits in the middle. Here's the guide wheels for the centerpiece, load the platform in the center. And just a little bit closer up angle. Also, there's bumpers here to help put it into position. This is from the back side now, looking from inside the park now. So again, here's the wheels on the main one. This is where the gear was. And then here's for the upper gear. And that bracket was about here, and this is that platform that'll load. There's cutouts. Again, we counted about 5 cutouts, which looks like it would line up for 5 cars, if that is the case. Again, this is all speculation and trying to understand what we got here. All right, now we're getting a little bit closer to the contacts. Looked like each set of contacts, there's 3 main contacts, and in each that had 3, and there was 5 of them. So again, 5 cars, a total of 9 contacts, looks like, per car. They have cables going to them. And a close-up. Alright, so this is a piece that I've trying to figure out exactly what it's going to be used for. There are 2 sets of this setup, this motor, that this has a plate that would turn something. Here's a actuator that would come forward and push this up. Now the train, this is at the very back. There's 2 of these. I think I have another photo that shows both of them. But just trying to figure out, because there's nothing attached to this yet. So obviously there's bolts here. It looks like something would attach to it. Maybe it's used for a locking device. Or another kind of brake that just hasn't been installed yet, because this is the very end of the track here. Here's a close-up of the actuator. Again, it's just gonna push forward, assuming air, maybe hydraulics. I don't really know that. Again, this is all speculation, but this definitely is an actuator. It's gonna push that motor forward. That's gonna spin something. Here's a close-up of the motor with the plate that, again, it looks like something's going to bolt to that. And here's the pivot point at which it's going to get pushed upward. And then here's the bumper close-up. This looks like it's kind of compressed compared to the next shot I have of one extended. And here's just the door that you can go between each one, but assuming this is going to be mainly used for attendance. So that's kind of a little speculation, kind of trying to understand the station track. Hopefully that helped anyone's questions, or just got some cool looks at, tried to get some detailed shots of how the station looks right now before it really gets enclosed in a building, assuming that's, again, speculation that it will be in a building. So, all right, well, hope everyone has a nice day.